Okay, good morning. Good morning. We are back again. Yeah, we're back. Oh, God. What did I do? Good morning, Dirty. Good to see you, man. Projector, output projector. There we go. I'm tired this morning. Mentally tired. Physically tired. We were looking at buying a house, and unfortunately, our offer was rejected last night. So it's a bit of a bummer. I was looking forward to getting that particular basement. So the house hunt continues, and everything else continues. So let's see. Hey, Johnny, what's good morning? What's good this morning? Rooster, Dirty. Morning, morning, morning. Good to see you guys. We're streaming on the platforms this morning. Um, Let me see if I can say hello to TikTok. Okay, seriously, I gotta use a QR code for this. Fine. Um, I gotta scan the code and log in. Thank you. Oh, and it's logging me in, so now I can see all the chat over on the ticket of the talk. Yeah, I want to sound like an old person right now. The tickety talkity. That's terrible. Okay, so we're continuing with the B17. Um, okay, do I have a picture of the B17? I should have a picture. Image. No, that's the Yamato. Let me see if I can replace that picture with something else. Browse. No, wrong picture. Lots of wrong pictures. Do I not have a picture of the B17? No flipping way. Oh, wow. I don't have one. Let me see. Search B17. Wrong keyboard, apparently. B17. There it is, the B17. Oh, yep. Yeah, okay, so I actually got a different picture of the B17. This was, oh, whoa, that's huge. Let's see if we can make it smaller. Because that thing is ginormous. Transform, fit to screen, and image. Let's bring that up. So this is the exploded, oh my God, sorry TikTok. The exploded view of the B17, which is really useful to seeing, uh, where everything goes. But there it is. All right, we're gonna switch screens, go full, and I'm gonna find a better picture. Oh well, thank you, Simon the Goat. I hope you built it, and I hope that it works nice for you. Hey, Pulaski, good morning. Graveyard Boy, hey. Graveyard Boy had a brilliant build yesterday that I actually want to show you guys. So we're over by our hangar, and Graveyard Boy built um, this howitzer on his TikTok yesterday. Well, he showed it on TikTok, and I saw it, and I was immediately, that's brilliant. I want it. So he very graciously came in and built um, a howitzer installation right here. So we got our big machine gun. Well, not machine gun, but our big howitzer. But this also inspired me to go ahead because there were like four of us in here at the time, and we were like bouncing ideas off of each other, which is a great thing that you um, that you kind of miss when you're just playing with survival and stuff. In creative, you're able to really work with each other and just bounce those ideas around. So, based on this design and what he was doing, it really inspired us to think outside the box a little bit more. And I'm there watching him build, and all of a sudden I'm saying I need a machine gun for the B17, um, and all we have are these sticks. But I'm looking at what he's doing, and all of a sudden it's clicking to me. Wait a minute. We can try a few things. So, just being inspired by Graveyard Boy, I managed to put together this 50 cal mounted machine gun. It's got the gun stock and everything. And someone suggested about putting rounds. So all of a sudden we were throwing these rounds onto the side and trying to figure out exactly how it's going to fit. Then we have the ammo box and everything. So then we get the scope on top. Well, the sight, not the scope. And there it is. It's all done. But then looking at it, and all of a sudden we realized, wait a minute, we need one on the Jeep because the Jeep had been built to have one. So of course we then had to go and put it onto the Jeep. So now we have more machine guns, more realistic looking machine guns there. But if you don't know Graveyard Boy 89, go and follow him right now. On I think he's Graveyard Boy 89 on TikTok. Go and follow him. He's got some great builds. He's showcasing a lot of Stranger Things stuff as well. He's went and built the dude. You have to put up the antenna for the radio for the radio station. He built the Squawk radio station from Stranger Things. Great detail, and I worked with him on the antenna in the back. The antenna that took us to the other world in Stranger Things. So lots of great stuff. He's got great builds. He's the one who actually also inspired me to go and build my own hangar over here, because I'd only built one airplane hangar before, and he went and found the same model that I had based mine on. So it was like a brilliant surprise to see that he was using the same thing, but his interpretation of it is really, really cool, and it's very different than mine. So go and check out Graveyard Boy 89. Brilliant builder, brilliant guy, absolutely phenomenal. But you can see things did not just end there. It kind of got a little bit more involved. Now, I believe Jaded Inventor, he can crank out these Jeeps like in 10 minutes. So he was there. He built. This was the only Jeep yesterday, but he's built like 4 more of these things. They're all over the island now. And then he went and built the black Special Ops Jeep, which of course doesn't. It's not era specific. Well, not era accurate, but it's a Special Forces Jeep. So it drives pretty well. Oh, and of course it flies. Dang it, dude. We need to have a proper seat in here. Come on, get out. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, so I'm not gonna drive that one. It is 8:44 a.m. I usually stream every day from 8:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. Sorry, to 10 a.m. because I have to run off to work. So I have an hour and a half to stream. See, nice nifty little Jeep. And it has internal thrusters, so it doesn't go too fast, but it does the job. But here are the other Jeeps over here under the plane. See, so he's been cranking them out. Now, of course, once I had the 50 cal all set up, I had to come and try to pop it into the B17. So There it is, our first machine gun. We're gonna have a bunch of these sticking out the sides. Um, I think there are four of them in the front, so two of them are gonna come like over here of the nose, and then the the front gunner is gonna have his own machine guns as well. So we're gonna have some big guns going on. There have been a couple of alterations on the interior and of course the exterior, but we are trying to build the wings. You can see we got both on now, and after all of the struggles that we had yesterday, I had to come and lower the wings because I started too high. The point I started to put them on was the top of where it's supposed to go. I only realized that after I built the whole thing. So I brought it down, extended it to the other side, and built out the other side. So we're trying to figure out the rest of the placement, because and then the actual size of it, and so now I have to come down and under, get yours matched up. Now the B17 and actually a lot of those planes. Let me back up a little bit. Not a lot of those planes, but most planes, the wings don't go straight. On the biplanes and everything, they had them straight. But right now on these, they started to develop and figured out that the planes needed to be have this little bit of flexibility, and if they gave them an upwards lift in the middle, it would help with the support and how flexible the wings are. So instead of having them, flex upward like that, they gave them a little bit of that extra flex. But because of the difficulties of working with certain angles, I'm gonna have to keep these wings flat and not do an extension upward, because it's going to, when things are at an angle, they tend to um, have a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Um, there are parts of the build where it will start to disconnect. So, even being at just one angle right now, if I start with this, and you can notice this, even on the straight, it will start to disconnect as you build out. So, doing something as simple as, say, going straight, you're going to see a little bit of drift beginning to occur the further out you go. And instead of being completely straight, these are going to start to move over. Now, one of the things that we have figured out, and this is something that I discovered from Mr. Black. I think he found that out from Curtis, who's Z Card. Um, it is one of the great things about just sharing, working with other people, is that we share the information. Is that doing, instead of having to go all the way back to lobby to reset, you see that little bit of there? It's already starting to drift. Instead of going back to lobby, you can take the bus stop, and it will realign this. So I'm going to purposely show you the misalignment, because it's good to know. When you try to bring another piece to the side and then bring it over, then you are actually going to see that it is not straight. But you can see then that it's not straight right here. You would think that everything would be, perfect edge to edge all the way down. But you're getting all these little micro adjustments, tiny little adjustments that add up over time. So if you were to take, say, this guy and try to bring him all the way down, he's not going to connect after a certain point, because, see, I can't even get to click right now. That's going to click to that. That's going to click to that. But I can't take this off of here and attach it here. because of the micro adjustments. Okay, right, and we're just gonna restart. So just remember that. Keep it in your back pocket. It is one of the most powerful tools that you have. I agree with Strefa. Is that it's debatable that I am the best, or I may be one of the best that you've seen, but there are it's a great community. I am one of the members of Craftopia. There are other Lego communities out there, and they're great builders in each community. Not all the great builders will get together and talk. Sometimes we have different ideas, and some of them don't agree. Just varying degrees of ego. Since my ego is absolutely huge, then I don't get along with anybody. But I'm kidding. Um, but I do seek out different creators and try to share ideas, make sure that we can work together and figure out um, learn from each other. But now you see this what I'm talking about. This I was not able to bring that over and connect, and that's taking care of a lot of those micro adjustments. So it's something that you will need to do on occasion when you're placing like a lot of bricks. Now, before you used to have everybody in the world cooperate and work, go on the bus together. But it seems to have they seem to have taken care of that. I don't know if they did it intentionally or whatever, but now you can take the bus without having to have everybody else take the bus as well. I don't like that those just fell into the ground. I do not like that at all. What are we looking for? It means that they went through the ground. Sorry, I have to make sure that those are not sticking around. These are extra parts. There we go. Sometimes you can destroy stuff that's underground by throwing your thermal grenades. Okay, so now we got to get back to this. How do I reply to a response on Twitter? Oh, you have to figure it out. I can't tell you. If anybody can help Taz, please do. I don't know. I mean, Twitter is you can. There's something there. But okay. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the build. Um, right. So anyway, micro adjustments had to be made. So I'm constantly fiddling with the cockpit here and with the interior. What I did find was that this great video yesterday that showed a total cutaway, and the cutaway was great because it allowed you to see the different parts of the ship and how they all interacted. But they still didn't show the doors. They didn't show the doors, so I'm a little bit annoyed. But yeah, now what I'm on about today is we're doing the wings. So let's do the top part of the wings. Get this going down. Are you under? You're under. Gonna have a lot of cleanup to do. Man, I really wish I could play music, but that copyright is a problem. Okay, so we are here. I want to start moving the wings back. Now, apparently, they can fit right under the the wings without any issues. Maybe it's the angle or something, but this is great because it means that we're not going to have a big gap. Hopefully this continues to hold up, but we're going to find out. Oops. Yeah, whatever. All right, so that's the top of that. Now I need to bring this over and intersect, but I need to also work backward with this angle. This is one of the other ways that we could have done the angle, but as you can see, the angle is not parallel because this is with the sixes. You know, you actually can get different angles of by staggering your pieces, but it's going to depend on the size of the pieces. It's not a 45 degree. You actually need to have more of a square shape for that to happen 45 degree. But with this, you can have that intersect. And the idea is that we will be bringing, oh, okay, so we can actually bring this forward soon because this is the center over here. That's useful. Then of course we have to bring it down because it doesn't go all the way. It has to come to a point over here. So even this has to start stepping down. So each one is going to have to work with the other. I think this is the point where we can start moving downward. Well, that's going to be one hell of a juggling act. Okay, so top of there, we can continue to bring this forward. Oh, come on. Don't do this. You were just, oh, thank you. I thought it was going to fail on me just now. So, there we go. We have the pieces connected, no space, only on the side. But we're going to ignore that, aren't we? Yes, we are. The answer is yes. Let's see. Ninjago, Ninjago, Ninjago. All right, let's see. You got okay, oh my god, I keep forgetting this dude's name. Z Card is a great Star Wars builder. You also have add somebody help me here. I keep forgetting his name. It's ads anybody help me out, please? Thank you. I wish we had. I wish I had made a separate AT-AT that didn't have any of the swivels, but I really wanted it to move because I had gone and built like one of the first most accurate using the planks and everything over in one of my worlds, and this is like over a year ago. And even though it was like this really nice build, the first thing that everyone always asked me for, but can you make it walk? And at the time, I was terrified of making it walk because I knew that the swivels weren't so they weren't ready yet. They really, really weren't. And that was kind of borne out when the swivels broke on me this year. Completely broke, shattered all over the place. You know, I think I like that gap. Can I keep that gap? Can I maintain it? I think I can. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I could try to get this straight. But anyway, swivels are a problem. And I don't see Lego really doing anything to improve them because in their eyes they work, but it's going to need like a fair number of us reporting the problems of the swivel and how they have literally destroyed the builds. So I've done like a ton of bug reporting, and I wish I had a huge clip of the my attack completely disintegrating live on stream and just sitting there completely slack jawed watching this thing unfold. Which boat? Right now, I am so scared of going anywhere close to the X-wing. After the AT-AT, the AT-AT disintegrated and kicked me back to screen, to home screen, I did. I said I am not touching the the X-wing, so I did not go anywhere near that. I'm currently living in a state of fear. I'm afraid. I'm terrified because of the swivels on the X-wing, and that was getting those swivels to work in the first place and to open up the wings. That was quite an undertaking. It was a year in the making. So you will understand if I'm a little cautious. Why is this seem to be sinking? Is it just me, or is this seem to be sinking? Because we're supposed to be going straight over here, and oh, because it adjusts every time we go back. You take a step back, it takes a step down. So it's adjusting every single time. Oh, see, we all learn something new. So you can't just take one piece and work it. That's not going to work. You actually have to do like a realignment for every single piece for it to be consistent. Because it's going to, you take a step back, step down, it's going further back. Oh my God. Thank you. Flashy ads. Flashy. I was building something close. I was building several things close to the water. But, oh, well, thank you. K2SO. Oh, hey, Stu Flatley. What's up? I actually have a new AT-AT planned. Um, I think we're going to be looking at that sometime in March. And it's going to be utilized in most of the Star Wars pieces. If somebody gets to it before me, so be it. But it's going to be a pretty awesome build. And I'm really looking forward to that. Now I have to figure out what's the best plan for this because I can't do the thing I wanted to do. At least not how I wanted to do it. Because of the placement of that piece. Maybe can actually have a compromise here and start with a different point. And bring it down because we need to be like down here. So down here and right about here. So I'm going to work backward. Which is kind of what I started off doing in the first place. Oh boy. All these adjustments. Once you find one problem, you gotta go and sort it out, and then fix another one, and then another one, another and another, and a sister and a brother. And if anybody can identify that song. In fact, wait, I didn't even know that song. What song is that? Dwayne Lands, hey, what's up? I didn't see you there. When you see the machine guns on here, when those are all on, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I think I'm going to have to stop tomorrow and just, well, I have to go and try to build Graveyard Boys um, artillery, his howitzer, unless he's going to put out a tutorial for it. I'll ask him if he's going to put a tutorial, and then if he's not going to put a tutorial, I'll work with him and put out a tutorial for. Nope, don't need that one. Wrong one. Tutorial for the howitzer, because that is an amazing gun. I know Matt went ahead and actually built out a very fast copy. Well, that's Matty for you. He gets inspired by everything around him. And it's Graveyard Boys build, so I want to. Well, he doesn't own the build, of course, but it's his idea, his concept on how to get it all together. So I want to make sure he is properly credited, and give the appropriate permission, because that is the decent thing to do. You don't just steal someone's idea and take credit for it. And this particular build definitely is his build. It is so freaking amazing. All right, we are moving upward. All right. Now, if we continue moving forward like this, oh boy, I'm slightly off. Of course, I'm slightly off. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't slightly off. I gotta be me. I've got to be me. All right, we're building up to there. So I think we can get there. If I break that off, what's going to happen? Is that going to fall? Do I need it to not fall? No, I'm good. Oh, the attachment to the side of the plane. You, go away for now. Get in there. Let's try that again. Yes. Beautiful. Absolutely perfect. All right. I do need to go flat though. So maybe that was my opportunity to go flat, and I ruined it. Okay, that is touching that. That's fine. So this should be under here. There's nothing attaching that on. So these two need to work together. All right, and from here we can now establish the proper lines. So tell me this is all connected. Tell me it's connected to something, because I don't want to mess that up and all of a sudden be left floating. All right, let's see. So we got one. Oh, okay, that's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. Okay, and two. You. Okay, I need to put you somewhere. Let's get the 6 over here. And now we got to figure out what to do with you, because you are a danger. Okay, I think we can actually come out. Huh. What do I need to do here? I need to get codex again, because I keep forgetting to put this stupid thing on. Apologies. Here we go. Now I can see and you can see and we can see together. Sorry, I'm in a musical frame of mind this morning, apparently. I gotta be me. I've got to be me. Okay, seriously, you should be right in the center. What is your damage, buddy boy? Okay, let's get rid of you. And okay, so that's a plus. I'm trying to get this piece out so that this can be attached to this, so it has a solid attachment point. This may be too far back. I think it's too far back. So that may have all been wasted, but let's go for the underside. Let's try that one. Oh, possibilities. Arise. Nope, not happening. It's touching something it shouldn't. Yeah, with that piece right there. Can we go up? Okay, on the inside. Let's find that. And generics are useful for this. I'm gonna try to find small pieces. First person view mode would be brilliant. All right, since that one is not going to work, we're going to try something else. We can try like a fence post. We have first ordered fence posts. Get this over here, and then will this work here? No, it will not, because of that bit of alignment. We need a little more, just a little bit more. Then the beautiful thing is, once this is done and sorted out, and it's not, I have to go do it on the other side too. So that's always fun. All right, you go away as well. You right there. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're getting closer. Closer to. The last beautiful free soul on this planet. But it is written. Okay, so now those two are attached. Okay, good. It's a bit of a mess, but it's my mess. And it's also a reminder of why it may not be a good idea to go ahead and do all of your interior decoration, because you may have to come back and destroy it. But we are one step closer, at least. So, with a little bit of Fortnite glue, we are going to keep that piece on there. And then get this guy hooked up to here. And those guys are touching. Beautiful. Okay, now we have our wing shape and the ability to get them both matching. Hey, Chris Carnage. Good morning. Varouge. Morning, welcome. Who else is here? Mr. Biz. Good to see you. Fezzy. Good morning. Hey, Kaboom is here. Oh, you guys, if you've not entered the oh, I have a set plan. I have blueprints. I have blueprints, cutaways, videos. I have so many different views of this plane. It's not funny. This is one of the. Let me show you the cutaway. Create code. Let me grab image. Add source blueprint. So this is one of the images that I'm working with right now. Oh, sorry, TikTok. It's a cutaway of the entire ship where you can see how all the pieces go together. But this is one of the images that I'm working with, just so you have an idea of the detail that we're actually looking at. Okay, so with the wing, we are looking for that looking for that teardrop shape, and we're almost there. We're half of the teardrop. Now we got to go and do this on the underside. Well, not as much, because we're gonna be rounded over here, and I think that's gonna start with. Do I want to do actual rounded though? That's the question. Because I mean, I could. You know what? We're gonna try. No. Hold on. There's a problem with. Okay, problem with my thinking is that the angle on that is going to be difficult to reconcile to come back to the flat piece. So it's such a tight turn that I am not doing myself any favors. So I'm going to tread on the side of caution and just do it conventionally and stack the bricks, not use any curved pieces, because they're kind of limited. So as much as I want to get all fancy and everything, I'm just gonna do it the simple way, stack the blocks and work from there. The one of the things about doing anything like quote unquote fancy, like I'm saying, is that sometimes you have to exercise restraint and not do it that way all the time for every single thing. There are times to use tricks, and then there's other times to keep it simple and straightforward. It's a huge help. So just keep that in mind. Not everything is going to take the use of big old fancy tricks. So I want to get this teardrop shape, and from here I can now take this and meet up the back of the plane. What do I want to do here? I want to, nope, use, okay, hopefully this wing doesn't take a lot of damage, but we're going to find out. Let's go up one, and then edge, up one, edge, up one, nope, no more up. Huh, where are you? Let's find you. Up one, then up one again. And that gives us the shape of an actual wing. And then of course we can extend this as needed so that we can get the flap hanging over. In fact, we can probably take this and angle it down. Yeah, let's do that one. You know, I have not tried the 15-degree angle from this one yet, so I'm gonna attempt that and see how this works out. 15 degree, there we go, 15 degrees. I've not tried this one, so bear with me because I don't have this one down to exact science for placement. Placement on the front, one. There's like three, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 positions. So let's try position 1. Position 1 is going to bring us where? Oh. Almost to the edge, but it's not joining. Okay, let's try position 2. There's these micro adjustments that it makes. For each position. I'm surprised this one isn't working. It works great for other pieces. Okay, position 1, 2, 3. And down. Wow. So this one is only currently working to get one angle. Unless that should be, it's still reset to 0. Okay, we're not going to waste any more time with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it on to the end. Get your piece on. I was hoping that we had another solution to getting this 15-degree angle, and possibly easier, but apparently it doesn't want to work with me. Go figure. Then 8 down. Oops. There we go. Oops. Where'd it go? Crud. All right. Okay, I saw this go green. What's happening? Okay, there we go. That's set. It's set on top. That's weird. Okay, it's super weird. But we're not going to dwell. Oh, right. The piece underneath. Do we even need that? I don't think we do. Because we have the piece on the side. There we go. And that's not going to work because of that piece right there. It does not like to have company. So this angle is only good for here. Okay, so we have a lip. And now we have to actually work this back in because this is not going to go straight. It has to come in to meet somewhere over here. So this is our center point. The center point is a bit low. So how are we going to do this? I'll tell you how. With, I think 8s is the best solution. 6s are a little extreme. 12s, maybe. Let's see what 12s brings us. So we can keep the angle. Not close enough. I think it's 8s. It's going to have to be 8s. First order. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, I was going to talk about the Craftopia showcase. If you're not a member of Craftopia, you should join. It's one of the best communities online where Lego builders like yourselves get together and discuss, building techniques. They help each other out, and it's a good place to showcase your work to other like-minded people who understand what the heck you are doing, which your friends and family don't. They just look at you and humor you. We actually get it because we are also working in the space, so this needs to be lower. Why is this going up if this is so... Oh, dang it. I forgot the basic rule. Every time that it comes over. So I need to actually work from the other side, from the top, and bring it down. Okay. A lot of cleanup on aisle 5. So that was the thing that we were struggling with. Now I'm going to have to get over to it. Okay. Yes, the Craftopia community also does varied big builds. It's a great place. I highly recommend it. We are having a build showcase coming up at the end of the month to showcase builds I think the Japanese themed builds. Here, let me get the proper description. But and can you pop a link to Craftopia in the thing? See build, show off your builds, build prompt competition. So the new build prompt announcements. Fine. I want to get this correct. So excuse me while I get the proper information. Featured build. Okay, so January's build prompt will be Japanese style builds. Architecture, dragons, cherry blossom, or bonsai trees are just a few ideas that come to mind. It's not required, but highly encouraged to build on Ninjago Island. The rules for the build showcase are below. This is, you will see this in the Craftopia Discord if you go there. You post your builds in the build prompt competition thread with the tag January 2026. Limit to 2 video build submissions per entry. We try to showcase in 1 video if possible. 5 minutes max per video. You guys gotta learn to edit a little bit. I'm sorry. It's just one of the things. If you can't do a full walkthrough in 5 minutes, learn to edit and just splice the things together. It's a simple thing to do. Don't be lazy. That's my my commentary, not the actual thing. Photos are accepted. Don't put any copyright music in the video because it's gonna if you're playing the videos back, it's gonna give a copyright strike to Haskins. He's the one actually showcasing it, and it's going to give a strike to his channel. So don't use music, please. If you use music, it has to be something that is completely, you know, copyright free. And most of you guys don't know what that is. Using music like YMCA or the Star Wars theme or whatever, that's copyright. Don't do it. Just don't put music. Your build must fit the theme. Sorry, the build must fit the prompt. Live showcase is at the end of the month. So go join Craftopia. If you have a really cool Japanese build, you can go and enter. You can also check out all the entries under the build prompt competition. Lots of really cool stuff in there right now. So make sure to go and check it out. Okay, so back to the build. Oh yeah, that was not a sponsored ad. Okay. More pieces, then work with it. Okay. So we have to. Oh yes, there will be more prizes. Well, it's not for the prizes. It's for the adulation from the community. People can see your work and they can come and share in it. But yes, there will be prizes, etc. Okay. No, don't need you. Okay, so unfortunately, Rooster is right. I'm gonna have to do this whole thing in steps. I have to take one step and then do it again, and then another step and do it again. So I really got to figure out my edges here. I'm gonna keep that. I think we're gonna lose most of this. This is the center. No, it's not the center anymore, is it? No, it's not the center. That was my moral center. All right, let's see. Okay, so 2 things that I need to do. First thing, I need to bring the shape of the wing down to here because it can't go. It can't continue being big all the way. That's one of the features of wings. They get pointy at the tips. So we're gonna get pointy at the tips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will change. I'm not worried about it. So don't you worry about it either. trained professional. I know what I'm doing. I don't. Somebody help me. My brain wants to get away from this madman. All right. We were actually talking about naming the stream Fortnite University or something similar. So that people have a good idea of the madness that will ensue on a daily basis. I can't remember who suggested that. I think it was possibly, oh, that may have been me, actually. But the whole idea is just to let people know exactly what we're going to be faced with on a daily basis coming into the stream. You know what I think I can do here? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this in halves. So, one, and then, nope, nope. Come on, be good. One. See? Nice little gradation. And still meets the 12. Okay, so we should probably move over to sixes at this point. Can we? No, no. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring this one here. We're going to bring it back. Then we're going to go here and go half a step. I'm just figuring this out bit by bit. So when I get it wrong, so be it. I think that needs another one. So full, and then go half. So full, full, and half, 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 and then we're going to bring this down. There's no other way to do that one. So it's going to have to be what it is. Just go half. And one more, there we go. Now does that make a good look? Mostly. Mostly. Let's see what the rest of it is going to look like when you're in the back over here. Turn around, I don't want to see. All right, I can live with that. That's a good sculpt. Bram Ritter, hey, what's happening? All right, so we have the madness of the wing. Duplicating this is going to be a pain. But you know what? We actually have a built-in guide on how the wings should progress. If you look at the shapes here, if we follow this structure and get this kind of overlap going, then we're going to know that we're on the right path, because this kind of overlap, 1, 2, 3, and then this needs a half step, but we don't have a half step. But if we can keep that kind of overlap going, it is useful for keeping track of exactly where we need to be on the height of things. Oh, okay, we need to reset. So, to the bus station. Yeah, I don't actually know the words to the song. It's only because of Stranger Things and getting into our heads, and the song that was gone out of our heads for, for however long the movie's been out, 30 years or so. All of a sudden, now the song is in our heads and we can't get it out. Steve, we're building the B17 um, Flying Fortress bomber. We've been building up a bunch of um, World War II and dragons, Lego builds. We got hangars, we got howitzers, um, we got guns, 50 cal machine guns. There may be a bit of a mix of the time periods coming up, but you know what? That's fine. It's not like we're doing like a World War II only stuff. It's just kind of like one of the things that we in the I think in the world consciousness actually, World War II was so big that it's impactful, and there are lots of more stories coming out around this time, especially to remind people of the hells of war and some of the acts of bravery and stuff that occurred during war. So I think war is kind of on top of everyone's mind right now. And hoping that we're going to be able to avoid any major wars. I hate the Never Ending Story. It's one of those movies, man. It was just like just this movie, and it just annoyed the heck out of me. Yeah, Michigan's getting hammered for no reason. So yeah, a lot of these things are on people's minds right now. We got some drift. Let's see if we can fix that drift. All right, let's try again. Anyway, hopefully I can distract from some of the reality of reality and focus on what we got going on here, which is it's not much. I mean, it's Lego, but this is what we got. Sometimes reality is just a little too much. But most of us just want it to be over. That's the main thing. If you have any friends in Michigan, reach out in Minnesota, reach out to them. Give them your support where you can. What they're going through is completely unprecedented. And remember, I'm in Canada, okay? I'm in Canada. Kaboom! Oh my god. Of course Kaboom loves that movie. How could I ever doubt? never doubted for a moment. Okay, maybe we can get 2, and then we go over and we get 1. Oh, crud. Alright. Looks like we're going to be going back to layering class because I'm failing. I'm failing at layering. All right. So, I think we're back on track here. All right. So, step, step, step. We're as low as we can go. So I think we're going to start seeing more of this. Flat. Yeah. It's going to be flat now. And anything flatter is going to come down to here because this can no longer sustain itself. And you need to be, where do you need to be? You need to be here. So you can come down, thank you. 2, 3. And then everything from here should be flat. Oh, or not. Okay. And we gotta go do that on the underside too. But we at least have those segments. Doing the wingtip is gonna be so much fun. The animation is gonna be so much fun. Lady Bats, good to see ya. Hit Arkansas, Friday potential long duration. What's happening in Arkansas? Is it a snowstorm? You know, I'm gonna put in my warning on TikTok. Next, that anybody who mentions the two towers and with airplanes, you get an instant ban. Just so you know. Yesterday we had someone come in and do that, and I don't understand the insensitivity. I really don't. Dang it! Why is that off? Ugh. Did I mention ugh? Ugh. All right. Let's redo that. Hopefully, we can reset it. Okay, I just set those guys, so those should be fine. Oops. Okay, I think it's okay now. There we go. So that should be fine for now, and then I can move on to getting these two guys to match. So it has to angle inward. Not straight. Rooster, did I make a miscalculation? Should I have just gone to the angle and set that? Because I thought this was going to be much easier going from here. But now I have two angles to deal with. And I have to do a reset on this every single time. Otherwise, this thing is going to be shot. And it's not even like it's going down. It's going up. And I can already see that going up. Every time you place it upward, it goes up. Yeah. That's not fun for anybody. Okay. So we're going to have to do a reset every time. The challenge here is that it's overlapping this. This piece is overlapping. So technically, we should have done the back side first. Either that or the back side should overlap this. Man. I choose some of the most technically difficult pieces, don't I? I should have looked at the wings before. But it is a beautiful teardrop shape. I mean, look at that thing. It's going to be beautiful. And we can extend it to the underside. That's the other thing I was going to look at. It's going to be a nice extension right there. This is a straight piece. If that's straight, why is it angled? Oh, no. Okay, I got it now. That's not a straight piece. This is a straight piece. Okay, forgot where I was for a second. All right, so let me get that right here. See, one of the reasons why this is important for me is because I need to be able to carry this through the other side. Nope, it doesn't want to stick. That's unfortunate. And if we can get both sides to match up, that would be absolutely great. Unfortunately, that's a fever dream because, okay, we gotta cut this back for two reasons. They can't overlap. They can't ever overlap because this is going to be going out to this angle. See? Big difference right there. Not straight. All right. Wings, wings, wings. Wings and mathematics. Okay. This is straight. Thank you, Sin. I'm just trying to figure out the math on this thing. It's 9:54, so only so much math I can figure out right now. But let's just take another overview of what has happened today. We went back to the wings. We got the teardrop shape, flat on the underside, curved on the top side. Nice teardrop design. We decided not to go with the rounded pieces because of the tight confinement of that. So if you're asking why I'm not using circles or anything to get a better curve, that's why. Just reality. But now we are trying to figure out how to bring the shape in because this is angled inward from the front and the back. We got the front angle, but now we need the back angle, and the back angle has got all of this going on. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to break this down, but at least this is the starting point for this. Break this down and turn the angle and get the opposite angle to this now so that we can come out to here. And then go off the edge of that and bring my back shape all the way in. And just make it progressively shorter as it gets up here. So it's gonna be a little bit of finagling going on because that's got to also meet. Oh, gotta figure that. Okay, so we got 3 layers. It's gonna have to go under this bit. Man, there's so much going on. But I think this is the main positioning we have to do. And we're in much better shape to get a nice, attractive wing. All right, I'm the Mad Puck 66. I stream every day from 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. You know, always live builds here in Lego Fortnite. We're doing big builds on the channel right now. The B17 bomber. This does have a full interior, in case you're wondering. So it's not just the pilot seat, but it will have, you'll be able to fly, get in there. I don't think we will be able to actually fly from this position because we can't really see that much of the ship, but we're going to see what happens. This will have a full interior with the guns and everything in here. We have the bomb bay already set up. So my ordnance is done here. We have the bomb scope set right there to, you know, our top machine gun right here, and then we're going to have the rest of our guns in here. And most of this is actually going to be held up by the balloons in the tail section, the tail and the side wings, and most of the flotation is going to occur in the wings. So the balloons will be hidden. You're not going to see a single balloon in this entire thing unless you're looking inside the parts. And it's one of the things that I pride myself in doing, hiding those balloons, because you really need to see balloons. I wish there was a way to make them invisible so that my job will be a lot easier. But since they're not, we just hide them and use Fortnite Lego science to make the ships look good. Just remember, just because you're building a big plane doesn't mean that your balloons have to be all over the place. Just use a little bit of design and, you know, make it look awesome. That's just my mission. See? So we can fly using our thrusters and it'd be awesome. Anyway, I'm the Mad Puck 66. I stream every day from 8:30 a.m. till 10 a.m. which is when I have to run off to work, and which is just about right now. So, hopefully you'll come back tomorrow for the next stream where we continue building the B17 bomber. And, you know, just continue having fun with friends, building out these planes and just having a blast. The guys are enjoying building the planes and all of the little different ordinances that we have. So can't say that this is a bad thing at all. We're all having fun. I mean, Rooster's over here building a seaplane, and he has his version of this plane right here. So we have more fun stuff coming up. Lots of changes and a lot of builds that we're going to be working. Oh no, I overshot. Okay, well, that was messed up landing. This is a good place to end. So I'm going to see you guys later. Have a great day and goodbye.
She said, give me another minute. I'll be there in an hour. Okay. I swore I was finished. took my powers and she got me, she got me. So if you ever wonder what love's all about, be careful who you pick. Yes, they might break you out with their